When one decides to embrace the 777 Trinity code, one is consciously entering the singularity mode where the present, past, and future, the body, soul, and spirit, the trunk, roots, and branches, the child, feminine and masculine, meet and merge together. Upon choosing the singularity flow, one leaves the old self and world behind, trusting that everyone will find what they need when they decide it, and allowing the self to fully be taken by its flow to his or her true destination, salvation and completion. This is where true mastery begins. Love encompasses all. Energy update. Energies, things, relations, and situations are being zeroed out. In the next days and weeks there will be great turnovers taking place, changing plans and destinies. Many departures, both literal and symbolic. Course of correction and final adjustments on the knowing of the self, remembrance, and adulthood. Clearing the way, removal of masks. Divine synchronicities will show each one where to head to, where they truly belong. Mother and father rebalancing energies, extremely heightened intuition. The minds will be changing. This will happen via revelations and strong life events of purification, correction, and upgrade. Surrendering to the divine blessings of redirection. Easier unfoldment of life restorations and upliftment for those who have aligned to their divine will from the heart, and harder unfoldment of life changes and sudden struggles for those who are still holding on to the illusion of the mind until they surrender to. Loving miracles will give great solutions. The sovereign self will be more understood and embodied now. Understanding of previous choices and their true meaning, view and recognition of previously unseen paths, trust and surrender to the will of your tripartite self. False beliefs, resistances, perceptions, and old illusions will be stripped away. Everything will be clearly shown. Humbleness and acceptance, no force can resist this. Be free and willing to embrace the truth and grow up, as this is the only way to true life. Allow forgiveness for the totality of the self. Let go of control, accept the previous state of ignorance, surrender, come to inner union. Truth is love, truth is safe, truth is life. Erini, Hunama Anatta Kumara. From Divine Sister of the Light Galaxy Girl, Emmanuel, Grand Solar Flash. I am here. I am all around you. Many of you feel me near. Many of you do not and are locked out a few frequencies away, heart tight. Open your hearts. Open to the light around you, to the light that is coming and the light that is here. Many will see. Many will not, but will know that a shift has occurred. There is nothing to fear. Only love will remain for those who have chosen to partake of love. I am love in light form. I am the outbreath of Source Creator. Many will see as they wish to see. Some will see destruction, others images of saints on clouds. Whatever you resonate with or expect to see and feel, you all will see and feel, as is fitting for the culmination of a matrix hologram. Many of you balk at these words. How else then do you define reality? Is reality only what is solid, what you can feel? Holograms can be solid. Is reality only what you remember? You remember things differently in dreams. Dreams are like catching fluids, thinking they are solids, and they quickly drain through. Yet are they not real when you are experiencing them? Then perhaps only experience is reality, in which case you all have had too many experiences of reality to count. Reality is where you place your focus. As Source Creator beings, you have the power and influence to create your reality. You have heard this, but many of you do not fully understand the implication of this. You will. This one asked to speak with the solar flash, or the love wave, or the great change wave. whatever you wish to call me. I am the energy behind it, of it. I am assisting to direct this wave. I am Emmanuel in light wave form, assisting the light, directing and guiding it. There has been much lack of light on your planetary sphere, and the people need their hearts refilled with the light again. This is in part my duty to make this light available as celestial orchestrator, and it is also in part your duty, dear ones, dear friends, to open your hearts to it. Do not despair, do not lose hope. Do not lose your heart. Keep it close within you, opening up more and more into these energies of light that are pummeling your globe. I wish for you to know how much you are loved, how much love is in these words. I wish for you to feel this. Creator wishes for you to bask in the warmth of love, and this is in part what the love wave will feel like. It will feel like a wall, a wave, of immersive, submersive, illuminating, joyful love. It will feel like home. You have been missing home. You feel this. And for those of you such as this one who can deeply feel, being on a planetary realm of darkness and strife can be overwhelming, overbearing, and it is easy to shut it off. He is showing me a light switch flicking off, and now a light switch on a beating heart. Keep the light switches on of hope in your hearts. Dear friends, you are frustrated, and you wish to know your purpose, your job. I see that you have been all doing your jobs magnificently. You are holding the light, so that the love wave has a place to ground, so that it will not be such a shock, such a jarring discord difference of frequency. You are keeping the planet from blowing up, quite literally, as all is frequency. You are keeping the frequency high enough that the love wave that I am directing will be met with similar frequency. You are showing love to those in your lives. You are bridging the gap, and I couldn't be any more proud of you. This year has had many changes, many burstings of change, many of which you cannot see. It does not mean that they are not there, that they have not happened. You will see many holographic images of people who have been charged and are no longer on your planet, but appear on your news or social media, because images can be manipulated. They have been manipulated all the time on your sphere. It is easy for the galactics to swap out a dark hat and use their image of charisma and influence to create awareness of a certain issue, to help wake those up who would be drawn to that 3D image. Do you see that this is happening? I wish for tonight or this morning's message to be one of encouragement, of codes. Envelop yourself in the light of Source. Bubble up. It is a worthy saying and image to practice. It is a hug of light. Light finds light. Be an open receiver for this light. I am sending codes of home, of love, of belonging, all of which you have missed in this incarnation. You have been deeply missed, your space homes, your galactic beloveds, and it is easier sometimes to flip the switch and say, I'm not going to feel that today. And then the days stretch into years, and the joyful spark of your life is gone, and you have forgotten your purpose. No, please don't do this. Please remember your calling to hold the light, to be a receptor for the light to ground. Source Creator will not let this project be anything but 100% perfected, and the time is now. It is here. This light wave that I am managing is unlike any I have ever experienced. As celestial orchestrator, I have orchestrated many beautiful celestial events. He is showing me the guiding of galaxies to collide and form something new, or to keep them from colliding. I am seeing rainbows of light in space. I am hearing colors of all rainbow hues around planets humming, singing. There is definitely music in space. Yes, Galaxy Girl, there is liquid in space. There are all kinds of things in space that you will enjoy discovering. You are on a short mission here. A human life is short, very short, too short, but this will not always be the case. With the light upgrades, humankind will have to choose what length of duration they wish to experience. There is much to look forward to. There is much to be excited about. Remember, this journey has seemed arduous, very long, grueling even, and painful. We know this, and we all see your tenacity and applaud you. But it is really only a moment in your long, eternal line of moments, and many of them have been joyful ones. This aspect of your multidimensional self is becoming available to you. Pick moments of joy from your other experienced moments if you feel no joy in your current life, and it will fill you up. It is all available to you now. You are just realizing it. In this now is a download of accessibility of your grand self. Be your own joy towards you, and bring the light. As magnets of this light, you are changing your world and your solar system, and this of course results in the upgrade of your known universe. All is well. I, Emmanuel, celestial orchestrator of events known and unknown, am at your service. I am sending you downloads of energy that are to be quite useful in the coming months. You are all that you need. You are what you seek, and now you have found it. You might not yet quite know what to do with it all, but you will be guided. Feel the size of you increase now. I am looking at my arms, and I am seeing them flash between many forms. It is all you. You are the size of space. You are space. You are everything. We are one. You are also source and form of expression. The illusion is no more. I am Emmanuel. I send you my love. I am with you always. From divine Sister of the Light, Ishtar arose. It is done. Cassiopeia is risen and free. Cassiopeia is associated with Mary Magdalene, and she represents in Greek mythology the queen who is chained to her throne, sometimes forming an M shape, then other times a W shape, the same shape seen in many mudras in Renaissance art. She came in last night, both as an archetype and symbol, also as a star temple connected to star seeds, and finally as both a consciousness and as a goddess. There are myths about her being vain and punished for that. I recommend you read between the lines as always when a goddess is demonized in some way, and put it aside to contact her direct. She came in with themes for starseeds who are clearing any targeting or chains to prevent from rising and keep in the material world, but that I refer to starseeds trying to remain clear channels despite the muck and mire from inner trauma, as well as the outer resonance that is the same frequency as the inner trauma, fragmentation from past stories, ancestral and geographical, as well as chemtrails, spraying of foods, poisons, tech, and other waves, and what some call implants. So she comes to aid those clearing that and maintaining a foot in both worlds and connection to higher places and spiritual sovereignty through that. So this is what I get. As fantastical and out there as it may seem, she is now free. Cassiopeia is now risen and free. Her throne is free. There is no longer a chain there. She rises there now with the most radiant light. She is back. She is risen, tall and aligned. This is big. If you are drawn to connect to her, you may like to imagine yourself in a temple of light upon the star, and just simply call that in and then call her in. You will see her chains being removed, and as you see this, she rises up so beautiful and tall. Simultaneously, her starseed beings of light also rise and shine their light to a new radiance. It is so beautiful, she is risen again. And as you imagine and feel this, you may also feel it within you too. You may feel your own chains being removed and dissolved and transformed into a beautiful object in the light. And then take up the object of light, the balm, the medicine, and as you place it within you where it feels right, you illuminate into a new and clear energy. This is about empowerment and becoming the risen queen. 1111 coming in. The light returning to her, to you. Mary Magdalene is here aiding this. She is also the risen queen. The stars also align to the womb or temple. The last star of the W is Kaf, and she is the entrance of the womb temple. From wayoftherose.co.uk. From Divine Sister of the Light Devyani Singh from Isis Channelings. Sun Sirius Conjunct Meditation. Meditation to align with the creative potential of the Sun Sirius Conjunct. First, we prepare ourselves by a purification ceremony in the waters of the mighty Mother Nile, with the intention of releasing us of all blocks that no longer serve us. We now ask to be placed in the etheric blue-green chamber of Horus, the new potential manifest, housed between the king's chamber and the queen's chamber, forces of creation, in the Great Pyramid and the land of Kem. We now call in the lion, feline, avian, and aqueous beings of Sirius to assist us in this meditation. We now open to receive the blueprint of the new Ascension codes upheld on the pillars of the will of God, Goddess, power of God, Goddess, protection of God, Goddess, and truth, justice of God, Goddess, to assist you on your forward journey as the sentinel of divine will. You may take this opportunity to create charged waters, potions, amulets, crystals, holding intentions for new potential to manifest that supports peace, joy, abundance, tolerance, grace, kindness, and compassion for all sentient expressions of life force energy, Gaia, and all her manifestations. From isischannelings.wordpress.com. From Divine Sister of the Light Judith Kusel. We are in an immense shift at the moment where we are accessing multiple realities as streams of cosmic energies are streaming in via Lyra and Sirius. Lyra is important here as the lion people whose own home galaxy was destroyed during the wars of heavens sought refuge in Sirius, and then were allowed to settle here on Earth, and they built their lion kingdom on the remains of what was Elysium, the first civilization Earth. The lion people from Lyra were and are the master architects and engineers of this universe, and they are the original builders of the pyramids and the megalithic sites. The lion people were in the seventh dimensional state, very tall with leonid features, and red and reddish gold manes of hair. They repaired the crystal pyramids and crystalline pyramid grids, and built more all over what was then one single continent, what the geologists referred to as the original supercontinent, Pangaea. Originally, the Giza Pyramid complex was much larger, and the Giza Pyramid too, and there were two sphinxes, and they had lion faces. They were built as guardians of the whole complex, and the original Giza Pyramid linked directly to Sirius and Lyra in its original state before its destruction. Many thousands of Earth years later, after the original Giza pyramids were destroyed in an atomic war between twin brothers, some pyramids indeed melted from the intense heat, and the Sahara Desert was formed. It was only much later that the Giza pyramids were rebuilt on the remains of what was left of Giza Pyramid and other. This is why the Giza Pyramid now is much smaller. Because of thousands of years passing, the later version of the Great Pyramid then aligned to Leo and Sirius, mainly because of the shape of it and Leo in astrological terms. There are many Lyran souls incarnated on Earth, as my soul readings testify. The lion people left an immense legacy behind, which will be revealed now, with the lion portal opened. We could not access this before, as with Atlantis being destroyed, humanity sunk into the third dimension, and thus the seas of forgetfulness. The gateway is now opening as our vibrational frequency rises at incredible speed. As we enter the second half of the ascension process, the dormant memory banks within our DNA, and at the same time our pituitary, ka, and pineal glands are activated in unprecedented ways. It will be at times as if we entered a totally different way of life and can suddenly see, hear, and access what we could not before. It can only be accessed through the portal of the heart and unconditional love and pure intent. I have had the most incredible encounters with the lions here in South Africa, and they have shown me how they directly link to Sirius and Orion, and how they have kept the communication links open. I have been in communication with the royal Christed lions from Sirius, who link directly to the ninth dimensional Lyran lion people. I have found in the last few days that it is now as if all is opening on so many levels that we will find it difficult to operate in the 3D, although we are still kind of in it. The portal is through the heart, not the mind, for so much will now be exposed, will be revealed, and simultaneously we will access the higher information and knowledge being revealed now, as it was the shift into the new earth was already foreseen during the time of the Lion Kingdom when it was still in its prime. They therefore encoded the knowledge we now will be able to retrieve as master architects into certain places on earth, so this can be used in the new earth, by the new humanity for the new golden age. This is so powerful that we will literally disintegrate at many levels as the 3D is dismantled within us, as we rise into the new levels of existence. Thus keep the heart open, bring more light into your bodies, and anchor into the power of love, and let your heart and soul guide you. Develop a sense of adventure, of exploration, for the old is no more. We are stepping into the deep unknown, yet the lion people left us with energetic navigational charts, and more than this, we are doing this fully embracing our divinity, surrounded by the company of heavens. Whatever is relayed here is energetic and will trigger deep soul memory banks and more. And so it is, from JudithKusel.com. From Divine Sister of the Light, Catherine Emily. When the Sophia feels anchored by her inner Christ Savior, it activates her true hero's container. She enters Heros Gamos, where instead of fighting demons alone in the dark, searching for her rescuer, she is illuminated back into his holy light as one within her heart and womb. This is inner union of the true twin flame, the sun and his rose, the dove with his swan, united again in divine harmony, flow, and heavenly balance. Her worth reinstated as she is chosen, and filled up again from the inside out. The chalice is complete. She attracts, never chases. She embodies wealth of her royal blood. She glows and magnetizes as a queen, no neediness or overgiving, self-sacrificing, people-pleasing template here as all her inner needs are met, and so she has been royally chosen to step into power with her true love by her side. Her temple aligns to a light again to the source, resurrecting the golden pyramids of Gaia, Isis and Ra, the Yeshua and Mary. No absent, rejecting father wound circulating, as his return opens her heart womb rose back up so she can embody the true softness of the divine Sophia again. Just as her return within her feminine pure allure and sexual essence allows him to leave his mind and come home to her temple in the womb heart body, and crowns him king as he awakens to his holy divinity and purpose and service as her lover, provider, and protector in divine masculine order. Holy Trinity Temple template, the Holy Grail. The child feels safe within her chosen divine family, embodied in the frequency of gold and love. The dragon Kundalini and the hidden treasure chest crest. The inner masculine heals her nervous system by his presence and seals her container, and his anointing ceremony allows him to fully penetrate to enter into his own kingdom, guarded and anointed by the dragons of Holy Spirit Christ. She may appear alone on the outside for now, because the inner union can activate her outside union very fast. Yet on the inside she is eternally full of divine union in Christ and the Holy Spirit. She is the one to first anchor this back to earth, and then she initiates the union codes in others. This is the birth of true union, the Holy Scriptures. In a world of pure harmony flow once more. Lemurian and Lyran, light-filled lovers unite. From Catherine Emily Elohim. Love. From Divine Sister of the Light, Lauren Carolyn Gorgo. Starseed to Starborn, quantum change agents. This is the week we've been waiting for, working toward all year. The week of the 8-8 Lionsgate, our final exit from duality, when the doorway to New Earth officially opens, akin to the last part of active labor, aka transition. This year's tremendously challenging energies have been pushing and pushing us to birth our starlight with little to no reprieve, and have now reached their climax, says 2 X-class solar flares 2 days apart. The ultimate manifestation point for those prepared to enter the cosmic reality of life on Earth. From the Arcturian perspective, the whole galaxy has been gearing up for this auspicious benchmark in human history, as this is not only the ceremonial opening to New Earth, but the permanent release point from duality for the first wave, that is the final end to separation, 3D and 4D timelines, and our return to oneness, which means these 8-8 ascension energies and codes are reuniting us with all aspects of soul and our galactic star families. With this, I am seeing new chakra system upgrades and light body activations, waking up dormant DNA structures that are going to lead to dramatic changes over the next several years. These are the seeds, codes, of our original divine human genetic potential, which means we are finally beginning a new life cycle that includes our full biological capabilities. From this day forward, all those who choose to enter the realms of bliss and harmony are hereby granted permission, under the condition that your karmic debts have been settled and you are completely purified of all evil doing. In preparation for this planetary shifting week, we've been faced with a last round of intensive core wound work that was triggered by the Aquarius full supermoon on August 1st. That full moon offered those at the fore the ability to leave behind the last of our Piscean age struggles so that we can now step fully into the Aquarian age consciousness as the cosmic settlers of New Earth. As this was the last full moon before the Lion's Gate, it was an essential part of our final freedom from oppression, that is, freeing the Christ within, which means it was and is forcing us to let go of that which we cannot take with us through Heaven's Gate. This Uranus-ruled lunar event, which will be in effect until the Leo new moon on 8/16, the day before the second 8/8 stargate of the month, had a lot to do with overcoming the lower mind and rising above our subconscious, unconscious programming, so that moving forward we don't make the same mistakes and repeat the same behaviors that led to our suffering in duality. We are pulling out of that now, forgiving ourselves and others for their trespasses, flipping those scripts, and getting our power back over those thoughts and beliefs that were once in control of our destiny. If you are still facing the adversity kicked up from that supermoon, know that we are simply releasing the last vestiges of the Piscean age persecution template, and that you will come into greater balance with the harmonic frequencies as you are able to let go of each and every attachment to your old life, whether it be a person, place, thing, dream, or figurative idea. You can't take it with you. All that was conceived from the density must be left with the density. For the physical manifestation, harvest, of our dharmic destiny, bounty, to come into alignment with the material realm. There can be no courting to causality, which means all emotional ties must be resolved. Remember that opening heaven's gate means closing the door to duality, which is a choice. To choose out of density, use the power of this primary gateway to forgive and forget, to let go and let love, to refrain from focusing on the past and set your sights on the blissful light at the end of this long, dark tunnel. From New Earth Institute.love. From Divine Sister of the Light, Maureen Moss. There has been a great deal of foretelling about this month of August and the months following. One astrologer calls it the time hell breaks loose and the hearts break open. 11/11 coming in. For me it began with feeling a searing heartbreak and experiencing deep grief with the eruption of the Maui fires. The feeling of reliving Lemuria found its way to present time. In deep contemplation, memories and grief long buried came to the surface that required being felt and released into the light of God. I felt then a push like no other to make a quantum leap in consciousness, focusing on how we are to stabilize sacredness without being dragged down each time another devastation occurs. As well, breaking bonds with stories and perspectives, and how we purposefully use the energy at hand to make a momentous shift up and out of the chaos of the matrix. Chaos ensues at 3D level to mid-4D level. Our soul with its infinite wisdom has prepared for this time in our existence on earth. I read then something the Divine Mother spoke last year as I was preparing for Equinox. It is appropriate for now as we move into the Equinox corridor a month in advance, wherein the focus shall be on balancing opposing forces within ourselves and our world reality. A great deal of new light, wisdom, and revelation is incoming to assist regardless of surrounding events. From the Divine Mother. The heavens are changing and the first earth passing away. Behold the dwelling of the divine you as our sons and daughters are one, always in your heart, nourishing, nudging you forward, helping you birth a new life reality. It is time. All are here on a sacred mission, whether realized or otherwise. The time is upon you now to know thyself in truth and set yourself free. Set your sights on experiencing the multi-levels and potentials of yourself. You are but a sliver of your entirety, though a most powerful and important one. You shall become masters of the new earth, benefiting the whole of humanity and the cosmos. Cast your eyes to the light. We are being primed for that to be so. We find ourselves literally in the midst of all hell breaking loose amidst transcendent new creation energy, lending itself to redefining ourselves and earth with a great deal of catalytic help, a unique pairing and challenge until we cast our eyes to the light and remember why we came from the many realms of the Creator to become as the Creator at a time such as this. As the energies amplify, undoubtedly we have to find our zones of peace and go there, and know what brings us to center, and go there in any moment, and attend to the balance of our vertical and horizontal alignment daily. It is important to remember as well that we are alchemizing the densest energies of our own, the collectives, and our ancestors through our bodies, going back thousands of years. However these energies play themselves, I know in my heart we shall come out the other end, and marvel at who we've become, or perhaps of equal measure how we became. As well we shall realize the amount of love, compassion, and kindness we can easily generate towards each other and ourselves. For those concerned about what else or who else shall fall prey to disaster, it is in this now we must focus on embodying the higher aspects of ourselves and do our utmost to love, learn, and serve. This reset is monumental and has many moving parts. Keep in heart, when all hell breaks loose, truth rises. When all hell breaks loose, we move into our I am consciousness. When all hell breaks loose, we remember we came here to bring heaven to earth. It shall be done. And then with all things neutralized, we have a blank slate, unmanipulated, unformed, unplanned, unrehearsed, and karma and interference free to create our lives as we choose through the wisdom of our hearts and souls. My higher self said 2 years ago, we are about to write a love story of how the new human came to be and how Earth became a sacred holy place. Also, it is no coincidence. This is the infinite month of 8, when the lions and all their majestic qualities of strength, courage, fierceness, bravery, and confidence come forth for human adoption. In this month and ahead, when or if all hell breaks loose, let it. Don't attach to it, don't resist it, and don't let your frequency down. Hold on to the love, the light, and the power of God, I am. We are in this together, and together we shall rise. Blessings, love, grace, and gratitude to all. From MaureenMoss.com. From Divine Sister of the Light, Natalia Alba. Beloved ones, as ascending souls who are not only in constant evolution, but of selfless service to all, we are now immersed in a passage of planetary reconstruction and stabilization. After the intense energies that are now anchored on our planet, together with the many natural and often devastating earthly events that are taking place on our planet, our main mission is to restore ourselves completely so we can serve as harmonic and healing pillars. As grid workers and planetary healers, it is vital to send our love and utmost respect for our planet. At this time, the trees, which as you know work in group consciousness, the lungs of our earth, need healing and restoration, as well as the first chakra of the earth, the soil, mountains, etc., for when fires and other destructive phenomena occur, seeding the love and focusing on reconstruction is of utmost importance, even though the results will not be evident until many of our human years to come. When we awake to our true nature as divine beings, holographically connected to all, we begin to feel everything as part of who we are. When something occurs on our planet, we feel it, for we have already restored our connection to our planet's living consciousness. It is then that we begin to think, feel, and act consciously, for we know that behind the illusion of separation, all is one. This is a time for many to awake to their missions as new Earth's anchors, grid workers, stabilizers, and many other roles within creation. Some will receive their activations during their sleep time. Others will receive it through deep communion with their soul, through inner knowing, for all is always within, and the outer world can only bring us confirmation. For some planetary workers, these activations will begin when visiting sacred sites, activating their soul memories and mission. These earth locations are precisely built by other interdimensional beings, in key locations that are linked to other dimensional portals, sacred places that have been cared for and handed down by our ancestors. These sacred sites unlock our potential, mission, and memories as we touch them, for they also have an agreement with us while we dwell on this earth, for many agreed to help them retrieve their sacredness. Earth's locations hold unique records that when in contact with someone whose mission is to help the earth are activated. The planetary healer then will receive these earth records as clear memories coming back to them, codes that will too activate your specific purpose with these locations or the earth. Every role is unique. Some will serve as healers, others as stabilizers, while others will need to transmute all men's damage on earth. Your physical senses will begin to reconnect with the earth's organic portals, as well as all the codes within your DNA that need to be awakened. At the time, as many Syrian descendants will already know, through personal experience. For our Sirius forefathers are precisely one of the many benevolent beings who left important information within our DNA for when we were ready. This is why working on the rehabilitation of our DNA is so important, so we can prepare our bodies for our personal missions of retrieving our true potential and our universal one of serving the earth and its living organisms. All comes when we work on ourselves, open our minds and hearts, and are ready to serve all, humbly, without expectations or personal agendas. Our mission is to follow our guidance and flow with what comes from within ourselves. Once we are on the path, we will be sent the light transmissions necessary for us to anchor them where required. Being grounded is pivotal to discerning the guidance that we obtain. For energetic balance at all levels is key to receiving authentic information. We are all here on a specific, equal, and sacred mission, all important within the divine plan. Our responsibility when we begin this path is to know ourselves and our mission through constant inner work without comparisons, for it is how we realize who we are and the unique God's plan for us. May you honor yourselves in your precious role within creation, beloveds, within infinite love, from NataliaAlba.com. From Divine Angels of the Light, Order of the Star, Mary Magdalene in the celebration of the Divine Feminine. Mary Magdalene is a beloved spiritual guide and a powerful, compassionate, and empowering Divine Mother for our times. She works closely with the angelic realms, the Magdalene frequency, Sisterhood of the Rose, and Goddess codes. Today, her light and love with her unwavering service to humanity are very active in service of humanity now. Mary Magdalene's wisdom and magic, her strength, energy, and peace provide a guiding light illuminating the path for humanity towards our awakening, spiritual transformation, and ascension. Mary Magdalene is a tower of strength and a pillar of peace, compassion, and divine feminine Christ consciousness and unconditional love. She is also honored for her role as a prominent figure in the early Christian movement. Her contribution reflects her devotion, spiritual adeptness, and the pivotal role she played, often hidden from the uninitiated. Mary Magdalene was a high priestess of the Rose and had deep knowledge of the goddess mystery teachings. Celebrating the feast day of Saint Mary Magdalene, July 22nd. This sacred day also serves to honor and connect with the divine feminine Christ consciousness available within us all. It encourages us to embrace the qualities associated with this energy: compassion, intuition, creativity, wisdom, and spiritual insight, as Mary Magdalene herself did. It is a day to honor not just Mary Magdalene, but also the divine feminine aspect in each one of us, reminding us of our own spiritual potential and power. In observing Mary Magdalene's feast day, we can consciously cultivate a deeper awareness and alignment with the divine feminine, nurturing our own spiritual growth, awakening, and ascension. As we honor Mary Magdalene, we also celebrate the often unacknowledged feminine aspects of the divine: light, love, happiness, mercy, wisdom, joy, serenity, understanding, strength, courage, faith, hope, and peace. We renew our commitment to integrate these divine feminine qualities into our lives and spiritual practices, to harmonize the divine masculine and divine feminine within us. Thus, Mary Magdalene's feast day is not only a celebration of her life and teachings, but also an opportunity to revere and connect with the divine feminine Christ consciousness and the sacred wisdom of the soul within. In today's world, where we stand at the precipice of a global shift in consciousness, Mary Magdalene's teachings take on a new significance. Magdalene is a very active divine feminine teacher within the Christ light stream, and she continues to serve and guide humanity through awakening and into the ascension process. The divine feminine Christ consciousness, embodied by Mary Magdalene, promotes healing, compassion, and the awareness of all aspects of our being. It speaks to the awakening of the heart and the embodiment of love, illuminating our paths towards spiritual enlightenment. The mystic rose is a teacher of compassion, humility, deep devotion, and the true grace that comes through embracing your organic feminine nature. Everywhere we look upon the path of the sacred feminine, there she is. As the most ancient flower, loved by many, it is clear that the rose has a codex for us, and in order to receive her fully, we must open our hearts. The divine feminine Christ consciousness we observe and celebrate through the embodiment of Mary Magdalena is, from my perspective, a part of the divine feminine initiation stream, whose energy is known by some as the Magdalens. The way of the rose alludes to the spiral path of the feminine, goddesses from across time, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene to Venus, Aphrodite, Sarasvati, Hathor, Isis, Ionia, and many, many more hold the essence of the rose, and in their own way they are teaching us something very profound. Trust the way. I see the Magdalens as being priestesses within the divine feminine initiation stream, a sacred circle of souls, with roots in the Essene, daughters of the Rose Goddess. Individuals who feel a deep connection to the divine feminine mysteries and the divine feminine initiation stream often hold a deep awareness and appreciation of the beauty of the mysteries of life and the sacred. Many Magdalens are initiates of the divine feminine mysteries and sisterhood of the Rose, present on the planet now, serving and awakening and aligning with the light of self-realization and higher consciousness available for all, harmonizing the divine masculine and divine feminine, and raising awareness to embody soul, higher self, source within. You may also enjoy working with and reflecting on the symbol of the rose, an ancient symbol of the divine feminine mysteries. Mary Magdalene is much more than just a historical figure. She is an active embodiment of divine feminine power, a beacon of Christ light, and a powerful spiritual guide, ushering us all towards a higher level of awareness, remembrance, and embodiment of the truth. Across the lines of time, the teachings, stories, and living energy of the Magdalens and of Mary Magdalene serves as an illuminating force of light, reminding us of the profound power of love, compassion, devotion, and spiritual awakening available to us all. From Divine Sister of the Light, Raylene Brady. When three individual beings operating as a 3-as-1 golden triangulation ratio simultaneously hold individuated consciousness, that being 4 stages or phases chosen for the individuation process as the persona, the shadow, the anima, and the self, while simultaneously holding awareness and presence of being comprised of a 144 monad. They release multiple packets of memory triggers pertaining to 1. Integrating personal stories and experiences that no longer serve. 2. Releasing core reactivity imprints from both the localized land and at a planetary level also. 3. Assess from a unified higher mind state trapped trauma pertaining to and corresponding with both earthly and dimensional aspects and associated realities, that is lower higher astral imprinting, including fear generating false memory hologram inserts. The release of AI unconscious grid mechanisms and the holographic architecture is well underway. Substance over shadow are organically woven into one soul matrix patterns and thereby dismantling these reality inverts. This sufficient depth of dimensional substance allows us to develop as well-rounded, fully dimensional beings imbued with divine characteristics, sending forth etheric waves of source-guided substance permeating all matter and space, as we reclaim our astral bodies and astral realms permeating all matter and space. Through the nature of true light and the structure of spiritualized matter, discernment is key. By way of symbiotic attainment, all other beings within one soul matrix gain access to and receive the benefits of this quantum unentanglement within each and every 144 monad. In this sharing we rise, our earth star rises, and is returned to her stellar brethren as the belle of the ball. One of the key rites of passage for this earth walk is accessing clairgnosis, pure knowing. In this way, all obstacles on our path are perceived as blessings not yet actualized and realized. The gift of this process is that when three unified as one within a 144 monad releases the frequency mechanism for amnesiac triggering, it sets in motion a deliverance pattern for all others within that soul matrix, heart-womb monad. Furthermore, 7 generations before and after, within each conscious soul's mitochondrial spin path that are holding it down through this work, influence their ancestral bloodline, and also receiving the benefits of akarma. This akarma means inaction or refraining from action. The Bhagavad Gita explains this as action and inaction, and this is achieved by realized souls alone. It is action that is done without commitment, but with detachment towards personal gains. This in turn generates a freeing up for kismet, positive karma to flow, serendipity, synchronicity, destiny, fate, call it what you will. Whether you believe in luck, God, or anything in between, most cultures have a word or concept for kismet. This process streaming is happening in multitudes, and so outcomes are not always fully understood. Because actions can be either negative or positive, so can their results. In this sense, kismet is pure karma. When your actions align with the truth of reality, things flow, and more to the point, are operating beyond keeping score. Your life is golden. Your life is a key. Meditate on these 3 golden interlocking triangulations as golden triquetra keys to attune to our meta-receptivity within a 144 monadic state and the true new Earth's frequency band as perpetual expansions in no time. The Earth stars are arriving en masse. Raylene Brady.
Sangita Honda, the triple gateway of 777. You have now officially entered the blue ray and the violet ray season. 777, the triple gateway, and the quadruple 7777 gateway. 7th of July, 2023 at 7 a.m. and 7th of July, 2023 at 7 p.m. The 777 portal is the most important and powerful gateway for 2023. This is the season of Chohan El Moria and Chohan Saint Germain. The most powerful portal of this year opens on 7th July as the annual triple quadruple gateway, ushering in a powerful sequence of cosmic Sirius activations of 777 and 88 Lionsgate. Keep in mind, number 7 is a Sirian number as much as is number 8. Number 7 is the Antakarana bridge between Earth and Sirius. It is the Earth-Sirius Violet Fire Gateway. All human beings who are ascending must pass through this Violet Ray Violet Fire passage to enter Sirius. Whilst Sirius is the Blue Ray 1 star, the passage leading into it is of the Violet Ray 7. One is required to become the violet fire in order to tread the violet gateway to the blue ray 1. This is why number 7 is all about freedom, transformation, purification through forgiveness. Forgiveness enables one to let go through the love energy of contentment. It lifts one to the state of detachment. Once you become the violet fire, you become the perfect vibrational match to the gateway to Sirius. Mastery of number 7, the 7-7 portal, then qualifies one to walk the Earth-Sirius violet fire gateway to a higher portal, essentially the portal of 8-8, of the galactic blue sun Sirius. The 8-8 portal then lifts one to an even higher consciousness of light, into infinity, immortality, and freedom. Sirius, thus, being the divine portal for Earth and the main transmission center for Earth's ascension, holds the vibration of ultimate and absolute freedom. A permanent release from all bondages of the never-ending karmic cycle of reincarnations through the alignment of free will with the divine will. When one incarnates on Earth, one passes through the veil of illusion that ensures humanity's imprisonment within the confines of the vicious ego cycle of wants and desires, making it difficult to escape the never-ending loops of karma. Thus, portals and gateways such as the 7-7 and 8-8, the Sirius portals of light, come forward to pierce these veils of illusion and allow for divine cosmic intel to flow through so that mankind is enabled to remember and return to the original divine settings. Consequently, the Sirius portals of light bring in the higher light packets of information, or the Ascension codes, via the masculine blue ray 1, which holds within it the feminine violet ray 7, that which is essentially transported to Earth via the Earth-Sirius violet fire gateway, or the Antakarana, that opens from July 26th to August 12th. Earth-Sirius violet fire gateway. Moreover, in this period, from the 7th of July to the 12th of August, the golden sun and the blue sun Sirius are in perfect alignment with Gaia Earth, emitting realm-shifting multidimensional energies from the 6th, 7th, and 8th dimensions. These are high-dimensional galactic gamma-plasmic photonic light transmissions directly streaming down from the great central sun Sirius through the physical sun to planet Earth, propelling humanity into higher frequencies of a breakthrough point. This sacred Stargate period from the 7th of July to the 12th of August is quintessentially for personal transmutation, activating individuals already on the primary timeline of ascension into the highest possible levels of consciousness. The energy associated with Sirius is especially potent this year because of the added 7777 portal for the blue and violet ray starseeds and the lightworker communities. These 6 weeks shall activate the remembrance of the supernatural powers as explained in the Amethyst Tablet and propel the starseeds further into their mission. It is a significant and profound time for new groundbreaking work and transformative potential. This is the time of the year when the solar sun and the great central sun Sirius rise together at the horizon in a harmonic conjunction. During this 6-week period, a continual stream of Sirius Blue Ray 1 and Sirius Violet Ray 7 blasts Earth, activating portals to the magical days of ancient Lemuria. Lemuria, or Mu, was an ancient Syrian civilization that mapped across the western Pacific coast of America, right from Mount Shasta, all the way down to Australia and over to India. The number 7 year is the year of the mystic, the Merlin, Saint Germain, the wise sage. It is the path of ancient mysticism. 7 symbolizes visionaries, seers, channelers, mediums, alchemists, intellectuals, deep thinkers, philosophers, and scholars. The number 7 is bringing heaven to earth at the speed of lightning. The shape of the digit itself represents the action of bringing heaven to earth at the speed of lightning. Due to that, 7 is considered the number for miracles. Now triple that to 777. The 777 portal is not about life on earth until you die, but life beyond death. Whilst all of spirit, duality, sciences, coaching, whether it be business coaching or spiritual coaching, teach mankind how to live prosperously on earth, the month of July and August open humanity to a life after death encounter. Astrologers, tarot card readers, psychics, numerologists are visited for answering human queries on solutions to earthly challenges and how to fulfill one's earthly dreams, wishes, and need. Portals such as the 7th of July, 7-7, 8th of August, 8-8, 11th of November, 11-11, 12th of December, 12-12, the eclipses and the equinox and solstices portals open the beyond death gateways for humanity. During these times, the galactic and source influxes pour in to awaken and prepare mankind for the final exam. Lion's Gateway opens on July 26th until August 12th. The 8th date of the 8th month is a fundamental cosmic date when the veil between the earth world and the spiritual world become negligible or incredibly thin. This is the time of perfect alignment between the solar sun in Leo and the galactic great central sun Sirius. Being the headquarter of God's light for the galaxy, is it any wonder that it is the brightest star in the night sky? Thus, from the 26th of July to the 12th of August is the most powerful time for the two suns, one golden and the other electric blue. So, after 777, the next portal opening is on the 26th of July, which is celebrated as the Galactic New Year, based upon the heliacal rising of Sirius at 19.5 latitude north. This day is known as the Day Out of Time and is a powerful 0-point portal of emptiness and nothingness, and rightly so, a day out of time or having no time. Beyond time, Mahakal, name of Lord Shiva, denoting timelessness. He is the destroyer of time. He is the monad god of the Blue-ray One. Moreover, 26th of July was a date honored by the ancient Mayans and the ancient Egyptians as the moment when Earth begins a new cycle in her ongoing evolution. In Egypt, this was known as the heliacal rising of Sirius. This is the time when Sirius rises in the morning sky right next to the sun and over the pyramid of Giza in perfect alignment. Thank you for joining us today for the special transmission for the 7-7 portal from Sangeetahanda.net.
From Divine Sister of the Light Zahara, Celestial, 777, opening to the Solar Logos. Not just 7th day of 7th month, this is the 7th year in numerology. The sun is conjunct to the Sirius gateway. The multiverse, which is the highest dimensional source energy's creation within the solar logos, will be opening up more. There are temple beings that are part of the source sun who will be pouring their energies and communications more than has ever occurred, ever. I had a walking vision of this in 2018. And so the light is different and will be affecting the sun, creating more powerful solar flares. This will of course have a powerful effect on all life on Earth and the moon. I keep being shown the light as a glow that is luminescent. It is plasmic. We are aligning with the white golden Lyran beings of the pure white flame, purity and courage. Here we are attuning to sacral womb of the white flame of inner soul alchemy into the solar plexus, the golden flame which is liberation with the fire energy, also of Mars, which with alchemy has properties that have been lost in contemporary astrology. Here we are discovering our inner strength. We are aligning our human will with our divine will. And because we are calling in the energies of holy nectar, the Kundalini energy of the Oversoul is pushing us to embrace our heart opening. and integrate the full spectrum of light and dark, the polarities that we are holding uniquely with each of us. And again, the dark is not negative. We are opening up to our true voice as the energy has been pushing through. This is the time of reflection. For so many of us, we have gathered memories, called back our soul parts, so we can reflect on our journey. So many of us are recognizing or ready to acknowledge that we are in another dark night of the soul. This is not the initial leap of faith. This is the second one, which is linked to the third eye, the portal to the inner vision, to liminal space of source. And so over the next few weeks, we will be traveling from the 7-7 to the 8-8 to the crowning, where we will be passing through this passageway. 7 is a sacred key for 7 circles connected, creating the seed of life. There are 7 chakras, 7 colors in the rainbow, 7 states of alchemy. 7 connects with the chariot and tarot, which is about connecting with our solar plexus and aligning and embodying our divine will with focus and highest intention. 7 contains the number 3 of the heavens and soul with the number 4 of the earth and body. Every year there is the gateway 7-7 to 8-8. This year is one, if not the most powerful for human history. And so many of us are being called to clear those unconscious programs so we can move through the collective and individual gateway. I am saying this for I, along with you, are living this. We know this to be true. This is the time where all is being burnt off so as all can return to balance. We are being blessed by the sacred flame. This is the time where all that was bound together is falling apart. So that which was one mass, that which was hidden is now separated, so we can discover and choose what parts we wish to create. And so this is the time of pure sovereignty as we come into balance with ourselves. We are entering the white gold ray of creation. This is the key to manifestation. Many have and will be receiving images, visions, dreams, experiences of the flow of this golden nectar. For the energies of the gold and nectar have been pouring through, and the nectar links in with Amrita, the divine nectar, is also called Christ oil. And 777 is the golden child 3. When the Kundalini rises to the pineal, this activates the sacred river. In Greek, the name for this sacred nectar was honey, where the rivers of blood in our holy body turn to gold. This is the Holy Grail, a state of divine union. For both gold and honey, the sacred nectar, do not perish. They are not just everlasting in the physical dimension. They are the highest resonance of all dimensions. For this reason, the crown is gold and is the Holy Grail in soul alchemy. And so the eye within the multiple eye of Source is opening in each of us. From ZaharaCelestial.com. From Divine Sistar of the Light Erini, Crystal and Indigo Guide to the Galaxy, Athens, July 16, 2023, 777 Portal, Entering the Singularity Flow. Message: when one decides to embrace the 777 Trinity Code, one is consciously entering the singularity mode where the present, past, and future, the body, soul, and spirit, the trunk, roots, and branches, the child, feminine and masculine, meet and merge together. Upon choosing the singularity flow, one leaves the old self and world behind, trusting that everyone will find what they need when they decide it, and allowing the self to fully be taken by its flow to his or her true destination, salvation and completion. This is where true mastery begins. Love encompasses all. Energy update. Energies, things, relations, and situations are being zeroed out. In the next days and weeks, there will be great turnovers taking place, changing plans and destinies. Many departures, both literal and symbolic. Course of correction and final adjustments on the knowing of the self, remembrance, and adulthood. Clearing the way, removal of masks. Divine synchronicities will show each one where to head to, where they truly belong. Mother and father rebalancing energies, extremely heightened intuition. The minds will be changing. This will happen via revelations and strong life events of purification, correction, and upgrade. Surrendering to the divine blessings of redirection. Easier unfoldment of life restorations and upliftment for those who have aligned to their divine will from the heart, and harder unfoldment of life changes and sudden struggles for those who are still holding on to the illusion of the mind until they surrender to. Loving miracles will give great solutions. The sovereign self will be more understood and embodied now. Understanding of previous choices and their true meaning. View and recognition of previously unseen paths. Trust and surrender to the will of your tripartite self. False beliefs, resistances, perceptions, and old illusions will be stripped away. Everything will be clearly shown. Humbleness and acceptance, no force can resist this. Be free and willing to embrace the truth and grow up, as this is the only way to true life. Allow forgiveness for the totality of the self. Let go of control, accept the previous state of ignorance, surrender, come to inner union. Truth is love, truth is safe, truth is life. Irini, Hunama Anatta Kumara. From Divine Sister of the Light Galaxy Girl, Emmanuel, Grand Solar Flash. I am here. I am all around you. Many of you feel me near. Many of you do not and are locked out a few frequencies away, heart tight. Open your hearts. Open to the light around you, to the light that is coming and the light that is here. Many will see. Many will not, but will know that a shift has occurred. There is nothing to fear. Only love will remain for those who have chosen to partake of love. I am love in light form. I am the outbreath of Source Creator. Many will see as they wish to see. Some will see destruction, others images of saints on clouds. Whatever you resonate with or expect to see and feel, you all will see and feel, as is fitting for the culmination of a matrix hologram. Many of you balk at these words. How else then do you define reality?